What's up, everybody? Today I want to talk to you about the state of the real estate market and why I still think it's a good time to buy a house. Now, I hear people say all the time, the market is just too hot to buy a house. Houses are just too overpriced right now, they say. But those same people have been saying that for the last several years as housing prices continue to climb. Now, no one knows for sure what the market will do in the future, but I want to talk with you about the one reason that I think home ownership in 2022 is still a good option for a lot of people. That reason is inflation. I'm sure you've noticed the price of things going up lately. Lumber, groceries, gas. These items have become much more expensive in the recent months. To put it simply, inflation happens when the government prints more money, and since there are more dollars in circulation, the dollars that you already have are worth less and they can buy you less. Typically, inflation is low enough for most people not to notice the gradual increase in price that takes place. But it's been so acute lately that you would have to be completely oblivious not to notice. Whether or not high levels of inflation continue, I don't see inflation going away for a long time. So what can you do about it? The answer is buy real estate. In my opinion, real estate is the single best hedge against inflation. I want to give you some reasons why I think that is the case. First, rent prices tend to follow inflation, but sometimes they can even outpace inflation. When that's the case, home ownership protects you from the rent increases. And if you happen to own an investment property that you rent out, you're actually able to benefit from the rent increases that take place in the market.
So I am a flush with cash.
Second, if you have a fixed rate mortgage, your payments stay the same over time. When you buy a house with a very common 30-year fixed rate mortgage, your payments will not change for 30 years. The same cannot be said for rents. One can only imagine how much rents will have gone up in 30 years' time. The third reason is that you get to pay back your debt with cheaper money than you borrowed. So for instance, if your mortgage payment is $1,000 a month, you'll be paying the same $1,000 in 30 years that you're paying today, except because of inflation, in 30 years, that $1,000 you're paying, it's gonna be worth a lot less and can buy you a lot less. So you're able to pay your house off with cheaper money. The fourth reason that real estate is a great hedge against inflation is because of leverage, or debt used to undertake an investment. That's leverage. For instance, buying a house. Leverage allows you to maximize returns. Suppose you buy $10,000 of stock and it doubles in value. How much did your $10,000 make you? The answer is an extra $10,000, from $10,000 to $20,000. Now let's say you took that same $10,000 and instead of buying stock, you put a down payment on a $100,000 home to live in. And let's suppose that just like the stock, it doubles in value. So how much did your $10,000 make you in that instance? Because of the use of leverage, you made an extra $100,000 from your $10,000. The $100,000 was in equity on the home since it doubled in value from $100,000 to $200,000. However, the risk is that leverage works like a lever. It amplifies both gains and losses. So in that scenario of the stock and the house, if they both had dropped in value, you would have lost a lot more money owning the house. But I still say that owning real estate is the best hedge against inflation. Now, all of these benefits can be gained through a primary residence, but they're even more potent when applied to rental real estate that you own. So although no one can predict with 100% certainty what the real estate market will do in the future, I personally want as much real estate in my portfolio as possible. And one of the main reasons for that is because of how well it does in response to inflation. So if you're looking to buy a house this year, or sell one for that matter, my wife Cameron and I would love the opportunity to serve you and help you in that process. Feel free to reach out to us anytime. We're here to help you however we can, whether you're buying your first, second, or 100th house. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.